The best part about learning a language with a different writing system is learning how to write your name in that language. Like when I was studying Japanese, people would ask me all the time, well, how do you write my name in Japanese? So today we're going to learn how to write your name in a khipu. To be clear, we know how the Incas wrote numbers in quipus, but we do not know how they wrote words or even if they wrote words. There are a pair of quipus from the colonial era that were used to send coded messages, and they had words. So we're going to start there and use a little creativity so that you can write your own name. In Coyata, Peru, there are two quipus that were used to send messages during the 1750 rebellion, and they have no knots. So how did they encode information? Quipu researcher Sabine Hyland theorizes that there are syllables expressed by a combination of color, the type of animal fiber, and ply, which is the direction a cord is twisted. You can only tell the type of animal fiber by touching the cord, which makes the quipus a tactile writing system. The animal fibers used were vicuña, alpaca, guanaco, llama, deer, and bizcacha. Vicuña, alpaca, guanaco, and llama may all look the same to you, but they're quite different. My dad actually had an alpaca and a llama on his little farm, so I can tell you they're different. And the fur feels different. According to Exodus Adventure Travels, see a link in the description, an alpaca sweater might cost you $60, where a similar vicuña sweater would cost more like $600. And the llama fur is so rough, I don't know that people really use it. In another article linked below, Highland says that villagers in Coyata called this the language of animals. Anyways, between the two quipus, there are 95 different combinations of color, fiber type, and direction of ply in the independence, which Highland says are likely to code for different sounds or syllables. This part's quite clever. According to the people in Coyata, one of the quipus was created by the Ayuca lineage, and the other was sent from Casta, where one of the two lineages is Yacapar. Considering that these groups likely signed the quipu, most likely at the beginning or the end, Highland found that they had some similarities. Here are descriptions of the last three chords of each quipu. She saw that both had a dark brown S-plied pendant made from guanaco fur and a blue S-plied pendant made from llama fur. Highland proposes the following logosyllabic reading of the final three chords of each quipu, where quipu A says ayuca, A being dark brown guanaco S-plied, U with white and dark brown llama and guanaco wrapped Z-plied cord, Ka blue llama fur S-plied. It's worth noting that ancas is the Huarochiri Quechua word for blue. And then Kipu B ends with three chords. A similar dark brown guanaco S-plied chord could be Ya, Ka in blue llama S-plied, and Par, golden brown vicuña S-plied. Paru is Quechua for golden brown. Another interesting feature of the Colyata quipus are cloth ribbons knotted on the primary cord that separate the pendants into groups. Highland doesn't offer an explanation in the article, but perhaps these cloth ribbons are used to separate words or sentences. The Colyata quipus are a clear example of quipus being used to write speech. Because these were used about 200 years after the arrival of the Spanish, there's some debate about whether or not pendants of the Inca-era quipus encoded speech. I might cover that in a later video. But let's get back to writing your name. So the 4 syllables discovered in the Coyata quipus are probably not enough to write your name, and you'll probably have a hard time finding guanaco and bizcacha yarn, so I devised a simple way of using different colors of yarn to make an alphabet. My quipu alphabet uses different colors to represent different letters. So for my name, Robyn, I would use a barber pole red and white for R, a brown cord for O, a blue cord for B, a yellow cord for Y, and a barber pole green and white cord for N. I chose an alphabet because it doesn't need as many different colors as a syllabary. So here's my name in a quipu. ROBYN. And here I have a space before writing my middle name. And my last name is over here. Ooh. I have 2 last names. So your challenge for today is to write your name in a khipu. Please leave a comment below or on the Reddit group about your experience. Like, did you have to change out some of the colors because you didn't have certain colors? Did you decide maybe you only had one color of yarn, so you ended up using different twists or knots to make up your own alphabet? I'm very interested to hear kind of what your experience was like. For me, my first attempt, I actually used fewer colors and had the twist mean different things. And the first letter of the word, I had the pendant, and then the other letters, I had subsidiaries. So my name R would be the pendant, and then OBYN as the subsidiaries. And it looked too messy. So I decided for a straight color to letter ratio, just from color to letter code. So it would look a lot cleaner. But yeah, I'm interested to hear what your experience is like. I think it's really important for people who do want to study the quipus to actually have an experience making them. So you can kind of picture in your mind maybe the challenges that the cord keepers back in ancient times had. Like if they only had certain colors, like how would you get around that challenge? And there's something about being able to put your name in a quipu that makes it feel more real and more alive. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have a fun time making your own quipu. Bye.